So anyway, thanks to all. Thanks to John and Carl and Sarah, John Betts, to everybody for making this possible today. It was a fun day. I'm going to see if I can get this to advance. No, here we go. Next year, we are looking at the dates of April 7th to 10th. We're looking at doing this both online and in Rochester. Make sure that you are on our contact list for our emails. Please like and follow the RMS on Facebook. Complete our survey. We're going to send that out shortly. And if you'd like to donate, contact us by email. We do have costs that we have to pay every year, so we're grateful for all the help we can get. Okay, we're going to sing some mineral songs with Dave. Now, I introduced Dave formally last time, at the start of today, but I thought, there are a lot of people who know Dave. There's some people who might not know Dave so well, but I thought maybe I'd share something informal about Dave that maybe more people don't know. Dave is a great field collector. He has collected all over the world. I've been fortunate to collect in many of those places with him. And if you've field collected with Dave before, you'll know that Dave loves to take his power nap. Dave does not like to go through a full afternoon without a power nap. Now, he can regenerate with that, and to be honest, I'm jealous. I can't do it at all. He can sleep anywhere. I can't power nap without waking up a grouch. So I just tell him that he's sleeping on the job. But I have photographs of Dave sleeping at famous mineral localities around the world. Here's Dave at Pinnacle Rock on 5 Islands, Nova Scotia. I think Terry and I were going to tell him if the tide came up while he was still asleep, but he woke up himself anyway. And for all of those who have seen this version of Dave from the ground level, I thought I'd share a newer one. This is a great photo that was taken by Steve Germu. So a modern day Dave sleeps on the rock pile photograph. And with that, Dave, over to you. We're going to raise the glass and sing together with Dave. I think that we can, for panelists, we could open up at least the windows and gallery view so you can turn your cameras on. We'll mute everybody, but we'll put cameras on and gallery view for some singing with Dave.
Dave just needs to unmute.
Dave, are you muted? You're not muted.
I was. I'm not now.
Awesome.
Well, that reminds me, it is my nap time right now, so I'm going to mute and sign off, and I'll be back in 15 minutes. Okay?
No.
No. Okay. Well, we must be the only symposium that has music as part of the program. I really appreciate the opportunity, and well, it has been a fun part of Rochester, often for a bit of history, often on Saturday nights after the banquet and after the auction. We go upstairs and people are thankfully a bit tipsy and their judgment is questionable, and they seem to like when I play some songs. So the organizers, I think their judgment may not be so good. They've agreed to inflict me on you in the middle of the day when I think you might even be sober. So I suggest, a glass of wine or a beer or something like that. And perhaps you'll listen to the words and sing along, because that's normally what happens. People sing along. So you can still sing along and join in, and we can have a whole bunch of duets if you want. So please feel free. The first song I was going to do is, in fact, Digging in a Hole. You've heard it a couple of times today, but I thought perhaps we could start off with it. Now that you're familiar with it, you can join in on the chorus if you want, and focus on the words a bit more without all those photos distracting you. It's all about, really about the getting dirty and field collecting, and even though it's kind of oriented around the collecting in the Grenville, I think that there's aspects of it that are similar collecting anywhere. Can you hear the guitar okay? Does it sound all right? Ray?
Sounds fine.
Yeah, it does?
Yeah,
okay,
great.
Hopefully it'll balance with my voice all right.
Yeah.
Digging in a hole, digging in a hole, feeling like a mole. Digging in a hole, filthiest hole I've seen, wrecked another shirt. Another pair of blue jeans shot, pseudomorph to dirt. Impossible to dig with any sense of clean. Who cares if I can find a hand-sized tourmaline? Digging in a hole, digging in a hole, feel like a mole. Digging in a hole. The going's tough down here in this root-filled hole. I hope there's something here besides amphibole. You find him in the dirt, you pry him off the wall. Sometimes there's a lot, sometimes none at all. Digging in a hole, digging in a hole, feel like a mole. Digging in a hole. This song, I think, is Herwig Pelkman's favorite. He always likes to sing it when he's out collecting. I swear I can hear him all the way from Belgium through the computer. Mute him a bit more, will you? Put extra mute on Herwig. Down below the water table, it all turns to mud. Everything you touch is covered with crud. Hopefully I'll be rewarded tonight when I'm heading back. I'll have a foot-long appetite and a zircon in my pack. Digging in a hole, digging in a hole, feel like a mole. Digging in a hole. Garnets are exciting, quartz is cool. So I'll need an arsenal, every kind of tool. I'll probably skin my knuckles, cut my fingertips. They should all be healed up by the next collecting trip. Digging in a hole, digging in a hole, feel like a mole. Digging in a hole, one more time. Digging in a hole, digging in a hole, feel like a mole. Digging in a hole. I could see all your lips moving. That's good. That's good. By the way, I noticed a couple of significant errors in the video. So I took it off my Facebook, and it's still on YouTube, but I took it off my Facebook, and I'll fix those tonight and put it back on again in case anybody wants to share it or listen to it again. I listened with interest to all the, oh, by the way, is the guitar and balance and voice balance okay? Does it seem all right?
Yeah, sounds great.
It's okay, yeah.
I don't know why you're surprised we know the words to that one. We all know the words to that one.
Well, here's one you might not, and it's the lectures on crystallography were very interesting. I learned a lot. I learned that I didn't know a lot, but I think it could have been, the lectures could have been shortened considerably. You know, instead of worrying about all those different crystal systems, in my books, there's really only one that counts anyway, and that's the isometric system. It's the only one that looks right and has understandable Miller indices and understandable axes. So I suggest in future Rochester symposiums, we just focus on the isometric system and forget about, I mean, I saw you people pretending you understand the hexagonal system Miller indices. Come on, you're going to forget that all tomorrow. You can remember the isometric. The rest are just fluff. So here's a song about my favorite crystal system. Isometric minerals are easy to adore, a visual geometric symphony. Simple, succinct, and understandable. Equal axes at 90 degrees. equal axes at 90 degrees. There's something truly special about a cube. An octahedron truly is so classy. The pyritohedron is so cute. The tetrahexahedron is just sassy. The tetrahexahedron is just sassy. The dodecahedron is so cool. Parallelograms knock off my socks. Trapezohedra make me drool. The isometric system really rocks. The isometric system really rocks. Take the orthorhombic system, please. Its axes disproportionate and long. Tetragonal is just a little tease. So close to isometric, but so wrong. So close to isometric, but so wrong. The triclinic system's high on crack. A single point defines the symmetry. Everything about it's out of whack, with faces all askew and running free. With faces all askew and running free. The pinacoid is truly a disgrace. The pedion, it really is a curse. The domina disphenoid are ridiculous, and with twinning, they only become worse. The hexagonal system is just silly. Its axes are cause for consternation. Equal axes at 60 degrees. Geez, sure to cause aesthetic constipation. Sure to cause aesthetic constipation. Don't get me started on the monoclinic. Its crystals are lopsided and uneven. Who could think of symmetry like that? It must be a mistake, I'm believing. It must be a mistake, I'm believing. Isometric minerals are easy to adore. A visual geometric symphony. Simple, succinct, and understandable. Equal axes at 90 degrees. Equal axes at 90 degrees. Equal axes at 90 degrees. Thank you.
You might have to update that one to include some extra indices.
I know, yeah, I know, and it needs planes. I've got to mention planes now because that's what really defines these things. And
yeah, now it's plane of symmetry. I know.
You know, you don't really need all those. You can all have describe everything in terms of 90-degree axes and unit translations, but then you have Miller indices like 257, 17 minus 4.
So another verse might be needed.
Dave, slip that in, will you, Dave?
What's that?
Slip that, what Pete just said, into the next version.
We'll work on it. We'll work on a special verse.
So Dave, I play that for my mineralogy class every year.
That's great. Well, speaking of things that muck things up, you know, you noticed during the What's New today that all the colorful secondary minerals all seem to come from places further down south that were never glaciated in the last ice age, and the places up north like Canada, the northern states. I mean, we didn't see any in that arch in Michigan. We didn't see any secondary minerals. Very few there. I know in most of the northern climes there just aren't many because they were glaciated by the ice age. And a lot of people in the south are oblivious to the pain we feel in the north about not having any secondary minerals. So I wrote this song to try and to educate people I know the northerners will be singing loudly on this, but I hope the southerners, the secondary mineral collectors, will join in and feel our pain as we are bitter about the glaciation that happened here until 10,000 years ago. 100,000 years ago, the glaciers came again, a continental ice sheet miles thick. They scraped away our weathered rocks and all the secondaries. That's why we have no oxide zones. Oh, what a dirty trick. And here's the chorus. Damn the glaciers, damn the glaciers. They scraped our rocks away. That is why we say, damn the glaciers, damn the glaciers. That's why we have no weathered rocks today. Remember, everybody, mute yourselves. The ice sheet ground the surface bare and piled up the mass as drumlins, as eskers and moraines. It happens every million years, or maybe 2 or 3. Just as oxidation starts, an ice age comes again. Watch Sarah's arm movements here. Everybody join in. Damn the glaciers, damn the glaciers. They scraped our rocks away. That is why we say, damn the glaciers, damn the glaciers. That's why we have no weathered rocks today. Secondary minerals are scarce up in the north. Even tiny crystals are quite rare. Vanadinates, molybdates are difficult to find, 'cause the ice sheets came and scraped us bare. Damn the glaciers, damn the glaciers. They scraped our rocks away. That is why we say, damn the glaciers, damn the glaciers. That's why we have no weathered rocks today. Oh, sure, we have our sulfides. They are magnificent. They outcrop on the surface of the land. That's why we have no phosphates of the secondary kind. They've all been ground by ice to clay and sand. Vanadinates, molybdates too, some arsenates for me and you. Some secondaries would be nice if it wasn't for that stupid ice. Damn them, damn them, damn them, damn them, damn them. Damn the glaciers, damn the glaciers. They scraped our rocks away. That is why we say, damn the glaciers, damn the glaciers. That's why we have no weathered rocks today. Feel our pain. Well, one thing that we kind of miss out on is at a virtual Rochester Symposium is there's no dealers. There's no dealers. I mean, there's dealers here, but there's no dealers selling. You may have heard over the years that dealers are wealthy. They've got hordes of cash. They have secret mansions back in their hometowns. They have big cars. I'm here to tell you it's all true. It's all true. Here's a song, albeit a little tongue-in-cheek, that celebrates our dealer friends. Oop. Oh, the dealer moves from show to show across the country, their minerals in tow. It's tough to make their money, flogging rocks across the land. Reach out to help your dealer with $1 in your hand. Pity the dealer. Set up, tear down again, aching muscles in the heat and in the rain, running up the mileage in their beat-up cars and vans. It's so hard on their bodies, every woman and man. Here's the chorus that you can join in on. Oh, the dealer, the trouble and the strife. Oh, the dealer, they have the toughest life. It is so stressful. The money that they make weighs on their conscience. The huge profits that they take. At the end of the day, they eat the finest foods and wines. It's a way to ease the guilt that plays upon their minds. Pity the dealer. They have to keep the best. Oh, the dealer sells the seconds to the rest. Their guiltiness weighs heavy. The burden is immense. Their bank accounts are shocking. Their self-loathing is intense. Oh, the dealer, the trouble and the strife. Oh, the dealer, they have the toughest life. Their mansion back home is a refuge for their souls, and the drive out in their Cadillacs partially consoles. Fondling their treasures, alone down in the vault. They are still just people, their wealth is not their fault. Oh, the dealers, the trouble and the strife. Oh, the dealers, they have the toughest life. Pity the dealer. What will the market bear? Oh, the dealer. What price is really fair? Plagued by bulging pockets in their personal hell, stuck with high-priced specimens that will never sell. Oh, the dealers, the trouble and the strife. Oh, the dealers, they have the toughest life. Hug a dealer. They've really got it rough. Encourage them, for their lot in life is tough. It'll take a lifetime to sell us our selection. Then for 10 cents on the dollar, they'll buy back our collections. Oh, the dealer, the trouble and the strife. Oh, the dealer, they have the toughest life. One more time. Oh, the dealer, the trouble and the strife. Oh, the dealer, they have the toughest life. Apologies to all the dealers out there. Sang that once in front of Danny Tranchillo, and he didn't seem to laugh all that much. I don't know.
You write that song about your immense fortune, Dave?
It's supposed to be a secret. It's supposed to be a secret. Okay, here's a song kind of written from the aspect of of many of us that I see out there in the audience, the older people that have seen a lot and been collecting many places, and all you younger folks will probably think the same way someday. It reflects our experiences and our regrets and our hopes. And this, by the way, this song is going to be the basis of my next video, which I'm hoping to do, because some of the key lines in it are all the places that I roam to bring those crystals home. And what I'd like to do is ask people to send their most scenic shots of mineral localities, or their most scenic shots of places nearby are on the way to their favorite mineral localities. I won't put as many in. I won't put as many photos in this next video, but it'll be a video of beautiful places that people have roamed to get crystals. You should get your Kleenexes out on this one. This is a, you know, kind of a tearjerker. I think of places that I've dug, looking for the perfect bug, looking back at what I've found from hacking in the ground. I've found a lot of crystals, they're tricky to ID. Maybe I'll find a new one, and they'll name it after me. Oh, the crystals that I've known, this is the chorus. Oh, the crystals that I've known, all the places that I've roamed to bring those crystals home. Size counts in tourmalines and dinner plate size fiends, appetites that look like logs, zircons the size of dogs. But unfortunately, my mineral encounters are mostly tiny crystals fit for micromounters. Oh, the crystals that I've known, oh, the crystals that I've known, all the places that I've roamed to bring those crystals home. Sometimes I've had some luck finding crystals that don't suck. Work my butt off in some hole, museum quality my goal. I've searched across the nation for undamaged terminations to make the odds increase that I'll find the perfect piece. Oh, the crystals that I've known, the crystals that I've known, all the places that I've roamed to bring those crystals home. I'm no spring chicken anymore, but I'm a collector to the core. I'll climb the mountains and the hills for those that elude me still. I'll dig slower, I'll dig smarter, more carefully as it gets harder, and it's harder. I'll keep digging in the bush till my body turns to mush. Oh, the crystals that I've known, everybody. Oh, the crystals that I've known, all the places that I've known to bring those crystals home. Oh, the crystals that I've known, oh, the crystals that I've known, all the places that I've roamed to bring those crystals home. Excuse me while I compose myself.
Larry's
What's that, John?
Larry's tool.
Play Larry's tool.
Larry's tool. Are you sure you want me to do that in public on this place?
Absolutely.
Carl, everybody wants to know, what were you doing?
Yeah, what was Carl doing?
I was rocking one of my favorite self-collected calcites. Come on now.
I thought maybe he had his tool out there or something.
But like, you guys couldn't recognize calcite? You just went through Miller indices and you can't recognize a calcite?
Well, I think a lot of you know Larry Venezia. Again, just hands up, people who know Larry. People know Larry? Yeah. Well, if you know Larry, you know that he makes these white tools for collecting.
I think Larry's on, Dave.
Is Larry on? Oh, great, good.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to promote him to panelist.
He
Keep talking.
He makes these great tools out of really hard nylon. I think there's two sizes that you can use for pulling crystals out of holes and prying and probing, and you can do all kinds of things with them. And Larry is very proud of his tool. He takes it everywhere, and he's often seen trying to sell his tool and explain to people about it. So this is a song that as Larry would say, something like immortalizes his tool and himself in song. And this has a chorus too. This is the chorus. I hope you'll all join in. Larry's tool, Larry's tool. We all wish that we had Larry's tool. He'd teach us how to use it, and we would be so cool. We all wish that we had Larry's tool. The guys all wish that they had Larry's tool. It's long and smooth and the end is flat. He shoves it into holes and out the crystals roll. They all wish they had a tool like that. Larry's tool, Larry's tool. We all wish that we had Larry's tool. They teach us how to use it, and we would be so cool. We all wish that we had Larry's tool. The women love to handle Larry's tool because it is so long and hard and fun. It's pointy at one end and has a useful bend, and it needs no batteries to run. Larry's tool, Larry's tool. We all wish that we had Larry's tool. He'd teach us how to use it, and we would be so cool. We all wish that we had Larry's tool. People are surprised by Larry's tool. He often whips it out to show a crowd. He strides across this land with his tool in his hand. It makes him so very, very proud. Larry's tool, everybody, Larry's tool. We all wish that we had Larry's tool. He'd teach us how to use it, and we would be so cool. We all wish that we had Larry's tool. Larry's tool. We all wish that we had Larry's tool. Is that it, or do you want
Hi, Larry.
one more?
The dog's saying hi too, by the way.
Would you like one more, or is that should we call her quits there?
I think we could do one more, and I'll just tell everybody we're about to switch to a meeting. We're a little over the number who could all be seen and heard on this platform. So what we're going to do, one more tune, and then we're going to switch over to a Zoom meeting where everybody can be. So end of the song, we're going to give you instructions.
Thanks, David and everybody. Thanks very much.
Oh, hey, Larry, how you doing?
I'm here. I'm doing fine. Got my second shot. Doing well.
All right. There's this symposium is very educational, but there are a lot of questions that have never been answered at the Rochester Symposium. There are things I think about quite a lot, There's, you know, the weight of minerals, the weight of rocks. Why are they so heavy? The way they crack. Why? The psychological state of mineral collectors and especially geologists. Go figure. This song's called Why, and maybe these are some things that we can tackle in future symposiums. Why do rocks have to be so heavy? Do they have to be so dense? Lifting them is so intense. Why do rocks have to be so pointy? When I put them in my pack, they always hurt my back. Not to mention what the boulders do because of their inertia. 'Cause if they roll your way, you know they're gonna hurt you. But you have to move them to find that special find. It's on a certain lump at the bottom of the dump. Why do rocks have to be so heavy? Why do rocks crack the wrong way? When I hit them with my pick, off the crystals flick. You examine the matrix from all around. You figure out the grain, but the crystals break again. It certainly is humbling to never really know. Think I'll go and buy my specimens at a show. Then I'll only have to fight the traffic to get there. I gladly pay the price to buy something really nice. Why do rocks crack the wrong way? People think collectors are all nuts. We spend a day out in the rain. It is kind of insane, not to mention the mosquitoes and black flies, the rattlesnakes and scorpions. At nothing will we balk to find that special rock. Not blazing sun or snow nor rain will keep us from the piles. We'll overcome all hardship for a rock that makes us smile. A specimen that looks just right from every single angle, that our friends all say is great, that makes them salivate. People think collectors are all nuts. People think collectors are all nuts. People think collectors are all nuts. Thanks for listening, everybody. Hopefully you had a couple of smiles and exercise your vocal cords. Thank you very much.
That was great, Dave. Thank you so much.